How does teaching other people to video blog, how is that a form of activism?
Right. So for me, I like to think of that as like basic, like the basic skills of activism is being able to use media to document. So like, you know, when you see photos of an event or you see videos, like when there's media of something, I mean, that to me is like the basic way of documenting and spreading information. So whatever your message is, whether it's art or like social, not, you know, like all those things can be, you know, if you have the tools. Like for me, I'm like, whatever your message is, just learn how to do it. You know, for me, that's the basis of it. So it's like learning to read. I mean, it's basic like media literacy. You're just like, this is how you digitize to your computer. This is how you compress. This is basic editing, you know? To me, this is a blog. To me, that's like fundamental. That's just like being able to read so you know where the protest is, you know? Like it's just basic. And just whether it's like social or activist or, you know, I'm just all about education, like being able to have, if I have information, I'm going to share it, because, you know, if you're struggling to compress video and I hold all the answers, what's the point?
I wanted to talk about a specific example too, your recent work in human trafficking. If you could just talk a little bit about how the video blogging helps raise awareness about that.
So what we were doing in Southeast Asia was working with a nonprofit who we were documenting their work in Southeast Asia, who they funded, what kind of projects they were giving money to and supporting, and we were handing out cameras there. We didn't actually get to teach video blogging too extensively, but the important thing for me in starting that process with a nonprofit like Prevent Human Trafficking is that you planted the seed, you planted the idea within that organization. It's a small organization, but that these people on the ground in Southeast Asia who are running these schools and running these like homes for children should be documenting things themselves, not having a camera crew come in. I mean, we were the camera crew, being like interviewing people and getting shots and just being like, this is the project. That's cool, but the most important thing is to get it from them, because it would be like you following me around video blogging me. Like that's not as you know, concentrated and poignant as someone who's there every single day, documenting it every single day.
What would they document?
I mean, the projects that we visited were like schools for street children who had, you know, lived on the street and been prostitutes and, you know, are like just starting to go to school and like literally like learn how to read. What it comes down to, and what, I mean, I'm no expert, but from what I saw and what I was learning there was economics. Like, their parents don't have enough money to feed the children, so the children work. And to make the most money, you prostitute. You know, like, you're not gonna sell food on the street, you're gonna prostitute because you make way more money and you can send money home. I mean, it's things like that, like it's information like that, because I feel like the Western point of view on this is like, well, why do they choose to do that? Why would you choose to do that? That's crazy. But look where we got to grow up. You know, like I didn't have to make a choice between selling myself or like going to kindergarten, you know, like, so just that really basic, those basic things, that basic information is the stuff that I would love to hear about. Like, this is just a reality and it's so widespread because, you know, the economic situation in certain parts of the world is so horrible. So, I mean, for me, it's just documenting other parts of the world. I mean, in general. They have the internet in Southeast Asia, so let's get them hooked in, you know, and
yeah,
get them talking to each other, not just like make videos for us. Get them talking to, like, I know tons of video bloggers, and I'm more empowered now because I know people all over the world, and you know, I want to see other people making media.